So in this video, we're actually going to take a look at diatonic harmonic techniques. So we've already looked at diatonic harmony in terms of the bass line moving diatonically, but what if we want to move all of the rest of the chord diatonically as well? Well, this technique, again, is another amazing one for voicings. In particular, arranging. You might even find it useful for non-real-time reharmonization. So let's dive in. So the way we've been approaching it really has been more dependent on making those diatonic bass notes work with a melody note or a series of melody notes, right? Well, this time what we're going to talk about is diatonic chordal motion. So this is another one of my absolute favorite techniques for mastering voicings, but maybe even more so for discovering new voicings. Let's go back to our minor voicing that we had. So what we're actually going to do this time is we're going to practice this voicing up a scale. So the scale for this is F Dorian. So what we're going to do is we're going to move every note in this voicing up to the next possible note in the F Dorian scale. So F moves to G, C moves to D, A flat and B flat move like this, and then these top two notes move like this. I'm going to do my best here to demonstrate this. Wow, I feel like we just had so many beautiful voicings that we found just by doing this exercise. So if you take a look at the F Dorian scale, again, every single note that I move to will be the next note in that scale. So what if we add some inner motion here? So I messed up a little bit there. Let me try this one more time. So pretty, right? So now what if we actually have a melody that is maybe even literally moving up a scale? Instead of basing our voicings intervallically, we can actually base our voicings on fitting that scale. So we've been looking at body and soul, right? So this is going to be really, really tricky, but let's try to get the voicings that would work for each melody. So first, let's get our voicing in E flat. We're going to move it up the E flat Dorian scale. So let's figure out our voicings. Okay, cool. That's a nice one. Okay. So it's nice because we really only have 4 notes here that we have to harmonize. So let's try this one more time and see if we can make it musical. So here we go, using our diatonic reharmonization. So I got a little more creative there, moving the voicing down the scale. Sometimes this is realistically better for motion in between chords as opposed to literal melody reharmonization. Sometimes this also works better as a non-real-time reharmonization technique. So that's something that I will be making content about and adding to this course. But this is so cool because let's say we just want to move the notes underneath the melody now. So this time we're not going to worry about actually harmonizing the melody itself. This time we're just going to use it as passing motion underneath the melody. So there's another example. How about right here? So what we're seeing is this is yet another beautiful voicing technique that we can convert into motion, into gorgeous, interesting harmony that we find, even just using it for finding beautiful voicings that we can then use to harmonize a melody as well.